Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more Lord of the Rings action for you here today, and we have a glorious 4v4 here on the Dunland unfortified settlement that we actually see quite regularly actually being played on at the moment. But yeah, it's a really cool good. Well, I'd say good versus evil, but there is a slight bit of good on the attacking side here today, as well as we have already got Imladris here harassing Harad, which seems really small. It seems like a very small Harad army. I don't know if we just can't see anything. Actually, no, we definitely can see everything, because we can see even their hidden units here, the Hishari Chosens. But yeah, maybe Harad's got troops elsewhere or something. I do not know. But yeah, we also have Mordor on the attack here today. We have the Eastlings, and then we do have Erebor as well over here as well. So that's the sample of good on the attack here today. Obviously, we have Imladris on the defense, which they seem like they're really attacking here today. We have Khazad-dûm, one of the War of the Mountain Dwarven factions that's added. We've got Gondor, and then I think I've also seen we've got the Wooden Realm as well. So we've got a couple of Elven factions, a Manish faction, and a Dwarven faction on the defense. And then yeah, on the attack here today, we've got a mix of evil men, orcs, and dwarves. So this should be a very, very exciting and very, very evenly matched sort of fight. We've got a couple of good, like, elite factions, you'd say, on both sides here today. As Gondor sort of just endure the volleys of Mordor bow rabble shots coming in. Don't think they're going to really achieve a lot. And really they should be shooting head on like this. We'd be trying to get side shots. So maybe going over to this sort of spot here and trying to side shot these guards at Durin's Gate, which are going to have probably good missile block chance. Or the Gondor Sword Infantry. Or you go over here and you then also try and side shot the Gondor Sword Infantry just stood here. Rather than shooting head on, because you're wasting ammo. And really not achieving a lot, that is for sure. But yeah, looks like the attack is getting ready to just go straight on in. Looks like they're not going to be wasting their time. And it looks like they're sending cavalry. And also a general. This is definitely a dangerous move here from Mordor, to be honest, I think. Just sending the Witch King out. And we're going to see some generals go as well. We're going to see Thranduil for the Wooden Realm and also Imrahil for Gondor going in. So a lot of generals being committed by both attack and defense. Mordor definitely has the mass, or like more cavalry units, but do they have the quality? I don't know. And we're going to see spears join this fight. Gate Wardens also coming up. Yeah, the generals just have to stay in melee, wait till the Gate Wardens arrive. I mean, also Imladris can send over Noldorian horsemen. They can fully encircle this force here if they wish to. And then that's Mordor's general and some elite cavalry, which can become infantry. Gone like immediately. And I think they were just coming over here to try and relieve Harad, and I don't know how Harad spent so little. I really just don't understand. I don't know what they've spent the money on. They've got a Dunakori general as well, which is going to get focused down here by the Noldorian Rangers. But yeah, they'll see what they can do. Trollmen also as well. We've got some good units here. I mean, yeah, where's the cav though? I feel like I would have brought some cavalry, seeing Imladris being brought, and maybe even Gondor as well. I'd been worried about a bit of a Salia out going on. But yeah. And then it looks like we've got Thranduil here. It's already... Oh, we've already got enemy general dead as already the Witch King. I think he's trying to pull out of melee. Thranduil's in a bad spot as well, but he should win this fight. They can probably pull him out and he'll be okay. They're actually going to try and pull the Servants of the Eye out, leaving nothing in melee. They're going to lose a lot of troops from doing that. And that's why they lost their general as well. So yeah, really poor move there. I was going to say, the Noldorian horsemen, they can chase after this. And they're quicker than all this cav here. They will be fine. That's true. I mean, they were getting polearms and swords up. I think they would have got there before the Witch King would have died. But yeah, now look at that. Mordor Generalist and his Orc Rabble already breaking. No surprise there. Good to see they're actually getting that good side shots now. That's what they need to do. And look at that. Already depleting that Gondor sword easily. Yeah, we've just got like more Orcs in here fighting. They're not going to break through this Gondor line, but they'll try. They'll try, that's for sure. Yes, if you're a fan of all things Lord of the Rings and Dawnless Days and want to see more of this on the channel and you're new around here, then do remember to subscribe, hit that like button, comment, hit the notification bell, all that shenanigans. It really will help out the channel as we work towards 13k. But I guess we're walking there as well. It's not a sprint, it's definitely a marathon. We got the Loki Room in here. I wish the Loki Room just were better. They used to absolutely destroyed Gondor's sword infantry. They don't anymore, that's for sure. Sorry if I sound like a little bit like unwell. It's because I am. I probably sound like a little bit blocked up and bunged up, and it's because I am. I've got a cold or something like that. But it won't stop me from showing off glorious sieges and battles for you guys. I'll power through. But yeah, it looks like over here we've got a missile duel taking place. They are trying to take out Harad's archers, which is a really good strategy actually. It then kind of like, you know, keeps these Noldorian rangers safe as well. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't just been cycle charging the Umbar usurpers here. They are open to take out. I mean, it looks like they're just rear shooting them or shooting the range and stuff. But this is brutal here for Harad. Just being boxed in and murdered in a sally. And then, yeah, we've got the Khazad-dûm crossbows that got sent out to come and help get involved in this. Really, the other attackers should take advantage of that. They've got less range over here. They should be using all their range right now to try and just block out the sun with missiles. We've got Oleg High in here. They're absorbing a lot of missiles as well. They try and batter through this dwarven line. Even with no general, I don't think these guys will break. They'll just fight on to the end. They rarely ever break, and they are winning. They are absolutely smacking through these axes. There's spears going in to try and support them. Guards Durin's Gate in there. They Gondor swords. Still holding inside. I'm kind of surprised they're holding as well as they are against the Erebor axe infantry. That's absolutely 100% better than the Gondor swords. And they've been like, I mean, there's been double teamed over here, and they are actually losing that fight. In fairness, yeah, they're doing well in a one-on-one. Surprisingly, archers here firing Gondor archers. I don't know what they're firing up with. They're using fires, I think. Are they trying to break Mordor? It's not a bad idea. I mean, if they're trying to break the troll, that's a failed attempt. Just use normal arrows. Look at that, yeah. Mordor Uruk's wavering at 137. That's insane. Yeah, we've got a whole host of submods being used as usual. It's Last Breath, Warriors of Arda, and War of the Mountains being used here today. So that's the usual trio people use. A whole load of expansions, different factions in those, and also some new units as well, of course. If you're new to the mod and you want to get it yourself and you haven't got it, I don't know what you're doing. You should have Dawnless Days, but I'll leave a link for all the mods and the sub-mods as well, so you can easily access them and install all those. There's Garland archers here as well, firing. I mean, it looks like they're trying to take out either the bow rabble. They're taking Black Serpent range. Oh, this is where the rest of Harad's army, or at least some of his armies, the archers are over here. He's got some range units here, but yeah, I think he did only have 2 in this box over here. I don't know whether they thought. But look at this. Look at that. Did they cycle charge? No, the Noldorian Rangers, they've just left. They've left Harad to its own means. And it looks like, yeah, their general, I think he didn't rout. Sorry, he routed, but he didn't die. Oh, no, he is dead. We just didn't get a notification. Okay, so yeah, Harad now generalist as well. They've been chasing off the Hunters of Khazad-dûm here. It looks like Mordor is also sending servants to the Eye maybe to get some revenge on some range units, but yeah, that's a great result there for the defenders. That's 2 general down. 2 generals down in like 10 minutes. Something insane. They're doing really well. I think they're going to keep using fires and just try and rout Mordor that way. And Mordor has absolutely pulled through here. Shameful stuff. You can pull through with trolls, absolutely, but you can't pull through with infantry units. Not a chance, not allowed. I don't know whether a gap opened up over here. Looks like they knocked down a bit of the wall and they're sort of flanking. So maybe they went. I don't think they did go around though. I think they went through that guard of Durin's Gate because they were about to break, and that was because they pulled through. So shameful stuff there from Mordor. He shouldn't pull through, guys. Absolutely awful. Also doesn't gain anything, and he's done it again. He's just pulled through his Uruk bodyguards here, through the guards to Durin's Gate. It's just kind of like, well, what's the point in defending? What's the point in playing a siege battle? If you're just going to pull through someone's defensive lines, you're just basically accepting that you don't like playing sieges. I don't know. It's just brilliant cheating. Fire here will rout these bow rabbles so quickly. It will be so insane. Here's the rest of Harad's army. Why did Harad have half his army just over here? This is just to try and dupe the defenders, because by just not defending over here and then spring his attack. I think it was the play. It didn't work because evidently Imladra saw it coming. I guess he must have just seen like Harad's army just disappear. And just be like, well, it's obviously like probably behind us, so we're gonna go and scout it. And they were right, and they did the right thing. Yeah, Harad's got a whole bunch of these Haradrim swords now with no general, but gonna have to go in and try and help push it with Mordor. His Orcs are dying as well. They're down at 4 out of 8. I mean, there's a gap over here, which I don't know how legit they've formed this. We can go through here with the Olokai and the Haradrim. Looks like we're going to see the elves sort of go in and try and partially block it. We've got the Gondor general as well, Imrahil. He can try and cycle charge. Look at, I mean, the side shots here, of course, the last guard blades to lose immediately. These Variags here get some good side shots. And it looks like over here, Dale Escort Mercenaries, yeah. They got swarmed and killed by an elven horde here. And now look at that. That is a man that is terrified. And we've got, yeah, a lot of Eastlings here trapped. We've even got crossbows in this Eastling army here. The Loki-Nar crossbows. It's a Warriors of Arda unit. But yeah, it looks like they are boxing it and just preparing for the worst, which is hilarious. We're going to see a charge here. Variag Axemen open for taking out. I just charge them straight away now. Just blitz as much as you can. Get so much done. And yeah, in goes the Elven Cavalry, slamming on in. They're not going to charge this one. Runic Savages here not getting charged. Well, partially charged. This brave guy here just charged in on his own. I think the Elves didn't really do a great job of that one, that's for sure. They might need to redo that one. They've hit this Variag Axeman nicely, though. They're also slamming into all the swords over here. Nice, nice, nice. Just keep going through them. They didn't actually really knock the unit over, but they can just keep cycle charging. It's just what you need to do. If you take the losses, that's fine. These Elven Cav units are pretty effective even on like a low man count or an elf count. Runic Savages here, yeah, getting encircled. They're pretty much done. Yeah, very light shock infantry. They're going to be very vulnerable to a shock cav charge or even just a bow cav charge. Here we go. Here comes the Noldorian Rangers. Not bad charge as well. Generally the best cav in the game, this unit here. The best. There you go. I mean, they're breaking, yeah, a lot of these Haradrim units here that have, already got no generals. They're charging into the Dwarven sort of crossbows over here, doing as much damage. The Dwarves are kind of squashed between Gondor and the Elven Cav at the moment. Mordor just throwing himself at this this assault here. He's got his polearms going in. He's winning some of these fights, granted, but he's taking a lot of losses already. I mean, there is literally a gap here. They're not really taking advantage of it. I mean, there is reserves as well that could just kind of deal with it. But yeah, look at that. That is horrendous. We're seeing Eastlings and Haradrim all just kind of mass routing here. That is brutal. This Elven Cav has generally been insane. And then over here, you've got the remnants, it looks like, of like Harad, and also a bit of Mordor with his Servants of the Eye, trying to break through some elves. It's going to be a tough ask. The fresh last Garland Blade probably do a lot of damage to most of these guys, and they could just mass route anyway. He's actually falling back behind the Gate Wardens. So you got a sword over here on by usurpers. It's either re-rallied or it's not been moved. But yeah, look at this Elven Cav. I mean, I don't think you'll be able to deal with this. Well, maybe. There's axe infantry. You can maybe charge them. But they are in a pretty bulky shield wall. They probably will be okay. They're probably going to just need to, use range units to try and deal with that for sure. But they can just try and cycle charge the dwarves here. Dwarves to their shield bearers of Belagost and also Erebor Axe Warriors, all just kind of facing towards the elves. But the elves can just cycle charge them. Like swords and axes can do limited damage, and that's really just when an elven, any cav pulls out. They're not really anti-cav as spears, swords and axes. You need spears or polearms like these guards for teeth. They just keep going in. I mean, they're routing, yeah, or the masonry route, I don't know, but they are doing a lot of damage to the shield bearers of Belagost here. Terrible Axe Warriors, yeah, all starting to drop. Gondor has got enough reserves as well to send in. Yeah, look at this. Gondor has, like, the defenders have duped them, and they were massively outnumbered. They were 2-to-1 odds to start this game, and the defenders have done a stellar job. They really have. It's been, honestly, pretty poor from the attackers. Harad tried something. It was risky. He would have got plaudits if he'd done, if he pulled it off and he managed to sneak in. Admittedly, I would have been giving him high praise. But in the end, it didn't work. And really, Mordor should have just kind of left Harad to his fate. Because he's then sent his general over, unsupported without infantry, sent him dashing over, and then unsupported without infantry. He's got him killed. And Mordor relies really on morale, because his armies are big, but they're usually poor morale, apart from the top elite units. So with no general, his army is pretty defunct. He's going to rout quickly, and then the defenders countered the low morale by just using fires to rout a lot of Mordor's forces. And then a lot of them are probably just also mass routed because of army losses. But yeah, they did a really good job. Harad as well, losing his general. Wouldn't have brought in a Dunakori general anyway, because you're in a siege. It's a risk of getting charged by Cav, or also just getting focused down as it was. You can argue general snipe, but at the same time he was boxing it up. It's a pretty good target to go for. And look at this, yeah, all these cavalry units. I mean, the lowest one is going to be this one here, I think. It's got 35 troops left. It's not even at half strength yet. And they are absolutely decimating this dwarven line. Soon they're going to break through what is the rear line and actually be able to charge head on into the troops engaging Gondor already. These things have moved out a little bit. They've unboxed a bit, but not a load. We still have dwarves over here, so we've still got 2 wardens. Barrack Guard as well. There's actually, still a lot of stuff. We got Kahar with Storm Riders. But yeah, nothing else that really can counter those Elven cavalry right now. It's a shame. Thranduil's over here as well. He's trying to, I guess, maybe join the sally out. And there you go, Mordor gone. I think that's with the help of the Noldorian Horsemen. They've cycle charged guards. They've routed at 40, which is very high for them. Here we go, it's the last stand of the dwarves. At least here, they have got some of the units. I don't know how easy it is to get charges now. Yeah, maybe still okay. Shield bearers and Polygloss are probably just unhappy that there's troops in their back lines and they're just going to rout relatively quickly, I would have said. But then we can just see, I imagine we'll see an infantry sally in a moment from Gondor and the elves, and also Khazad-dûm, and they'll probably just deal with this box here as it is. I mean, they've made another sort of box over here, but this is made up of shock infantry. Things again that don't do well to cab charges. This cab's just gone, just phased through a building. Yeah, it's kind of pulled through. He's tried to rectify it a little bit, I'll admit. He went back in the wrong direction. I don't think he meant to engage. I'm going to see some charges here into the general. Gimli getting charged. Gimli's always wanted to fight with the elves, and he got one. And already losing 20 members of his bodyguard. As the elves go to cut off the head of the snake of the dwarven army, and it also looks like the head of the snake of Kahar's army here as well. Again, Noldorian Horsemen going, okay, I don't know why they just kind of box over the shock infantry here. I don't understand they're trying to box and move towards the defensive here, and I respect these things for continuing the game, to be honest. Though you could have just alt F4 and left. This game is done. I wouldn't even say it was that close. It's pretty one-sided. Since about minute 1. I mean, there you go. They're pulling out. The Noldorian Rangers still, doing a lot of damage to Gimli here. They're going to just keep cycle charging this long line of shock here. And just do it again. No units wavering yet. Gimli, though, is very close to probably wavering. He's at 30 out of 100. He is in deep, deep trouble. Some of these Noldorian horsemen are starting to lose their mass, but they're still putting up some pretty good charges, that's for sure. I did see a wavering unit, actually, as well. There you go. First breaking unit. Dwarven Barrack Guard. Jeez. I mean, I'm sure many of you guys do, since if you're watching my sort of content, you probably do know your history. But this is really giving sort of like Battle of, I think it's Battle of Jaffa, or Battle of Arsuf. I think it might be Arsuf, actually, where Richard the Ironheart sort of like forms a square. And he basically, then has crossbows in the center of the square, and they shoot at the Muslim horse archers and Muslim cavalry. And I don't know why it's kind of giving me that sort of vibe. Difference is obviously Hunters and Khazad-dûm are kind of firing in. And it's infantry more than cavalry. I guess it could be kind of like Karahair a little bit as well, sort of like forming a box and then getting showered by archers. Thranduil's joining the fight as well. He's joining his elven kin. Kahar, I mean, Kahar's not really been able to do anything. He's not been able to get a charge, so he's just kind of been stood stationary in the middle of all of his shock here. Just taking these charges. Might be better for him just to get some kills by counter-charging. So, I mean, some of these elven units are weak. You would probably routed them. Yeah, here we go. Engaging. The box has been broken here. I don't think any sort of care is going into protecting the troops. They're charging into polearms. They're like, screw it, get them. Polearms actually are losing, crazy enough. Maybe getting shot by archers? No, the crossbows are getting shot. Yeah, I would say that the attackers don't really need to worry about preserving their troops, which is probably what's happening here. I think on a closer day, they would have not been charging those polearms head-on with infantry. It does not really matter, as I said. Still Psyker charging over here. I don't wonder if any of this Elven Cav's actually going to survive today's siege, to actually, be able to, well, maybe go and get involved in this fight. A lot of wavering. Like I said, Kahar has gone there. They'll rout him, and I think that's a Runic Warlord's gone as well. That chunk of these things gone, and yeah, quite a bit of the Elven Cav is going to pull out of that one alive. I think it is just the Eastlings pretty much left. They are mass routing. Dwarves with the Tomb Wardens still alive. They're going to go back to back, try and protect their rear. Oh, and as I say that, I like how, as I say, that the Dwarves will protect the Eastling rear, the Eastlings break. That's sad to see. That is sad to see. We've got Imrahil here. He's also just cycle charging, trying to rout these Arable Axe Guards. I mean, let's look at lower kills. I mean, they've, lost about 2,000 troops, and they killed 10,000 of the defenders. One of the best sallies I think I've ever seen. I'm going to say it, hand on heart. Generally think that. And also, these Noldorian horsemen, they'll have some insane kills here. I'm just thinking like 1,000 kills alone for like one of these units. I'm sure of it. They fought Harad. They fought the Dwarves, and then they fought, and most of them died against the Eastlings. Or won a fight. Close victory. I mean, the kills would say so, but one of the most decisive battles we've showcased in a little while, that's for sure. A shame that none of the units have got 1,000 kills alone, but one of them has got 505 kills there. This one was sent in by Drago, who was playing as Imladris, and no wonder he was sent this one in. Probably one of the best Cav sallies I've ever seen and he'll ever play. But yeah, 505 kills, 447 kills, 465 kills with the Noldorian Rangers. Noldorian Horsemen, 425 kills, 463, 321, 226 is the lowest of the low. We have Nikki playing as Khazad-dûm. 276 kills with his Hunters here, 254, 213, very, very good. And then we got his Spears, 265 kills. Khazun Legionnaires, 138 kills. And then nothing too much with the more elite swords that end there. Then we have Chandalf playing as Wooden Realm, 155 kills with Thranduil. He was actually pretty low by the end of the game. 130 kills with the Lasgarland Blades. And then 160 kills with the Forest Archers, 185 with the Lasgarland Archers, and then 191 with another one there. Then we have Snock playing as Gondor, 241 kills with Prince Imrahil here. Yeah, a lot of his infantry not getting huge kills, but also fighting dwarves, so hard to get big kills. 140 kills with some Gondor archers, 139 with another one there. And we have Bartender playing as Mordor, losing his general early, really kind of, screwed his army over a little bit. I mean, his most notable kills are probably 99 for the Bow Rabble, which is actually the high. No, he's got one here. Servants of the Eye, 154 kills. But Olokai, 94 kills. Yeah, those three units are the most notable for any sort of kill count. King Madman playing as Erebor. 101 kills with the Erebor Axe Guards there. Yeah, his two cav units just got wiped by the elves, overwhelmed, killed off. 60 kills with Axe Warriors, which is kind of low, to be honest. Managed Claimers, 83 kills. Then we have Blue Rock playing as Harad. Tried something, I'll admit it. I think it was a bit of a risk, but it nearly worked. I would have brought a little bit of cav as Harad, even if it's not great cav. Just because Imlagis is going to bring something. I'm surprised they didn't bring more cavalry themselves as attackers. Just even cheap stuff would be fine. Just to support it with spears really nullifies those rangers quite a bit. Or you could just shoot them with archers. To be honest, as well, if you can protect the archers. But yeah, nothing really here for Harad getting kills. Yeah, I've just got wipes. And then we got Bol playing as the Eastlings. And I mean, he got some okay-ish kills. No, he actually didn't. Nothing got triple figures at all. Everything is double at most. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days Siege Battle. Hope you did enjoy. If you did and want to see more of this sort of content, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're not here, comment, show support, and do send in your replays to my Discord down below in the description. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later.